Hello! I think we are live. I'm just going to take a minute here to pull up chat really quick so that I have it on my phone. Let me make sure my phone volume is off today. And it's not on vibrate. Okay. Now I can pull this up. Sweet. Okay. There we go. And we will just jump into things. I think this is it for today. So basically, today we have like finishing touches, I think, to get on to. Let me hold on one second. Having a trouble here with chat on my phone, so let me try that again. Okay, there we go. That's better. Okay. Now we'll get into it. As you can see by my color here and choice of brush, I was working on some sketching stuff. I don't know if I mentioned at any point before, but I have a collab thing that I joined up for that's due like October 23rd. So I'm like, maybe I should start that. Let me see. So we have a background to work on, and I'm thinking it's like a snowy country, so probably kind of, hold on one second, I'm gonna mute. Okay, we're good. So probably kind of like we had kind of figured out some stuff before. I do think maybe brushing on like a gradient for the sky will help. So I can use some kind of dark blue, or oops, we're over everything for some reason. Okay, we don't need this layer 29. I'm gonna pop this off. We don't need it. I duplicated our canvas before stream today, so it's all good. This, I don't want to be a clipping mask over that. I want it to be back here. So I will just move it. I think what I'll do is I will turn this into an assisted layer. And maybe kind of brush on and then take a pretty large blender. It's probably going to be too much. Also put something right there. I'm not super great at doing like skies and stuff, but you know, I'll try. Ace palette coming in clutch. Okay. I almost kind of want to blend this way and then maybe like put some clouds. Looks very stormy, which was not what I was intending originally. Okay, go back up here. I don't like it. But I'm gonna play with some like cloud brushes and stuff to see if I can get it to a point where I do like it. Because potentially that could help, but also potentially it could just, you know, not. Okay, I'll add a bit more like gray in. Just gotta find it. Okay. I do think that helped. Kind of draws the eye in a bit more, which is good. I wonder if I could kind of play with the color a bit more. I love these adjustment things. They are incredibly helpful, because then I don't have to go and navigate the color quite as much. It's probably a little too blue. It actually looks kind of interesting. I don't know, do you guys ever get those like weird, like green tornado skies? Or like super orange skies? I guess it's more like a pollution thing, maybe. That's a little much. Still want to keep it kind of gray. Probably don't want to screw with it too terribly much, just to kind of keep the brightness or whatever. Okay, it's probably alright. And then we'll need to put in snow, but I almost want to put a thin layer of snow over this. Oh, hold on, sunbeams. Uh-oh. I'm just gonna... Okay, I like that. This might not be the correct layer for this. This might be something that goes way at the top. Come here. Also like way out of layers. Okay. We're back down. What I'm gonna do quickly is duplicate the canvas, so I'm gonna move you guys to my BRB screen. And now I will bring you back. Okay. And really quick, I'm gonna merge as many layers as possible. Okay. Now these would end up, they might be on there, so we can't do any more with that. But I'll also leave that alone. I can merge this though, and I can merge that. Okay. I can also, well, I'll leave that alone. I'll merge, well, maybe not, just in case there's an issue. I'll merge that. Can't tell truthfully what this is, so I'll just merge it down. Okay. Now we have something. And I'll turn this off for a second while I work on adding in the snow. So just use, I think, a standard white brush. There is like a driven snow brush that comes with Procreate, but I do want to see if I have anything that might work a little better. I have some like snow ice brushes here. Okay, here we go. Falling snow. I think if I make this larger, okay. I don't mind it being different on both sides. That should be fine. But I want to, up here, try the other one out and see what happens. Just gonna scribble. That's a little much, maybe. Maybe if I just kind of strategically place. And then I could do maybe overlay instead of having it so thick. And I wonder if I could put the big falling snow brush kind of like up here a bit. I'm not sure that I 100% like that. I'm gonna take it off of overlay for a second. And I wonder if I can do, I just kind of want to mess with it and see. Okay, that gives me a headache. Okay. I'll keep this around for a second. But I'm gonna see if I have different brushes that might look a little better. Could also do some kind of like ice texture or something on here. Make another clipping mask. Not gonna put it on Drawing Assist just yet because if I hate it, I don't want to have to mess with it too much. Yeah, I think that's unnecessary. Okay. Well, I'll just go back to attempting to find a nice snow brush. So we have that from the ice and snow. Is there any... I wonder if I can use one of these for down on... Well, that might look kind of nice there. Well, this is maybe kind of stark. But good to keep in mind, I guess. It's a bit too much of a ledge. And I suppose if I was going to do that, I'd have to put it over the line art, which I don't want to do. That looks kind of cool. I do wonder if I could place it over the line art, though. Maybe just like a tiny bit somewhere. I don't know, I kind of don't like how just blurry it is. That's very obviously ice chunks and I don't care for it. Okay. So that, I mean, has an option. Maybe some of these skin detail brushes have like some sort of something in them. That's just texture. These have little stars and tiny glitters, it says. But that's a bit too shimmery for me. Okay. Let me see. Yeah, that's like washi tape. Yeah, I don't see any beyond. That's just like crystals. I could try the driven snow. It's gonna be probably in elements. It also feels too like stark, but I guess I can kind of try the overlay. I don't know, I don't like it very much. Could try placing this up here on an overlay. I think that's probably truly our best option. Hey, good afternoon. Welcome back. And then I think I will go in with the like snowflake brushes and maybe make sort of an attempt at just kind of adding a little there. This feels like a too much gene kicking in. Let me pull this one back and maybe just cover like here and then put it on overlay. Oops, if it'll let me grab my screen. Okay, I think that's all right now. And I think we'll take the bigger texture up here maybe. And a little tiny bit in the center. Now we've got our snow and I think that'll work. I'm just gonna quickly duplicate my canvas though, just in case. Gotta save as much layer space as possible, so anything I'm not currently using, I'll get rid of. Okay, and there we go. Now, pop this off. Okay, this light beam does still work, so we're good there. I'll keep it. I'm like trying to think of what has to be added. I think probably some shadows. Could try a drawing assist here. And then I've actually been using black for a lot of the shadows on this, which is, I don't know, people say you're not supposed to, but I just do what I want. Okay. I'll just kind of smudge it a little. And I need to see if I can kind of like vignette. I don't know if that's the correct word. The edges here a little. Just want to bring the eye in as much as possible. Okay. And maybe kind of like a little dot in the center here. And I think I'll also put perhaps just a tiny bit over here, which I'll kind of like blend down, maybe. Okay, maybe not there. But we might need a little, oops, that's too dark. Sometimes with shading I really don't know where it goes, to be real with you. That's probably also too dark. I think maybe I just don't want black on this area. Well, okay. Now I have to see if I need to combine more layers or if we're good. Okay. There we go. We're okay here. So, I think what we'll do is make a multiply layer and make a lighting layer. I have my lighting palette, and I'll just fill it. This will look weird for a second. Usually I go around 50%. This kind of gives us like an evening time sort of thing. Try the like dusk palette too, and I might just end up not using any of these. Okay. I think maybe like a cold kind of lighting. Oops, that's way too dark. I'm just gonna play around with these for a minute and see if any of them look okay. That's interesting. Okay. Try this. I'm not sure because it's like I kind of want to make it a warm piece. I don't do a lot of warm pieces. But also when I think about like, you know, like an average winter day, they aren't very warm. Like even when you've got like the sunset or whatever, it doesn't feel like a very warm tone. I wonder if this is kind of an off. Oh, nope. It's too yellow. Okay. I think I'll stick with this for a minute, and then I'll fill in some shadows. And once I kind of have those shadows filled in, we can, you know, assess. Let me try an airbrush here. Okay, there's a person in front of her, so there should be some kind of shadow, some kind of shading. The black might be a little much. Maybe use it in some areas. I don't know, it feels like it's taking away from the image rather than adding to it. I almost just like it better without a lighting element. Maybe, well, we didn't have it on 50%, so that might be why. Let me try the other fill for a sec. Okay. No. Thank you, I'm glad to hear it. I'm like 50-50 on how it's coming out. But I also like the character design, so I'm glad other people are liking it. I was like, what if I just drew folk clothing? Let me move this layer up. Come on. Probably still back behind here. I don't like the cast there. But I can just... Oh, wait, what are we erasing on? I don't feel like we're erasing on that add layer. Yeah, okay. Let me fix that. Okay. Let me just try this and see if it helps at all. Now this is going to be a pain because it's right over the line art. Love that. I might just move the line art layer up so that this is not as annoying. The only thing about doing that is that it's gonna put it over the snow. Yeah, okay. I just have to deal with it. Okay. Go like this. And just be careful. There are some little tiny black areas. It's gonna be totally fine. Okay. There we go. Okay, now I just have to not get too close to that. Or we'll like mess up the little line that I drew. Okay. There we go. Right in here. Oops, it's a little close. I'll go in there with a smaller brush. Now I can get right in here. And then all the way over here. Sometimes I forget there are other large chunks of color. That's too close. I might try going with a blend just to like even this out. We'll kind of see. It's probably one of those things where only I'll really be able to tell, but if I know, I'm not gonna like it. A little more here. Now we're almost in the clear for real this time. Smaller brush, I think, will do good. Okay. There. And then I said I would attempt to blend it here. That should help just a teeny bit, I hope, with getting it a bit more off the black. Yeah, I think that's a little better. Okay. And then it hits on her hair, which is helpful too. I don't think I have space for another layer. I wonder if I could put these on to overlay. How would they look? Not quite as good. So I need to leave that on a normal layer. Shoot. I can combine these. Okay. Now we have space for one more layer. Safe. Okay. What I'll do is I'll take that yellow. I'm gonna take this off add for just a second. Put it onto normal and then remove the multiply layer here. I guess that really isn't helpful because I still have no idea what color it is. Okay, well, we'll put everything back. And then it's probably either this yellow or the yellow from like the Law palette or something. They're all basically the same, to be honest. But I'm gonna go into, I have like a anime hair highlights palette somewhere. That's the ruffles. Just gotta find it. I feel like I passed it. Oh, that's, yep, I passed it. Ruffles, texture, feathers. That's the thing, is like there are so many cool options for brushes, and I have so many of them, but then I can't find anything. Foliage. It's not that hair. Shoot, where is it? Nope. That's eyes. Sometimes I wonder if it's like a Dora the Explorer moment for you guys, where I'm just like scrolling through it and you see it and you're like, it's right there. Okay. It's not that one. Ah, found it. Okay. And I think I'll probably use this one. I've been using it for most stuff. Okay, and then we'll just do a warp. actually. I want to like make it, yeah, like that. And then I can do a whatever this blur is called, just, well, maybe not, I don't know, we'll see. But I'll change the layer to add. It's a little too bright. We'll mess with the layer settings a little. Hard mix looks okay, but it's still kind of rough. I also feel like potentially this isn't the right lighting for this. So I can still take this and then maybe take one of the different sets of hairbrushes here. I feel like hair 15 is what I have been using on other drawings. Yeah, hair 5 won't work. It's hair V3, so it's not in there. We were just there. Okay. Let me find the proper hair pack. The other thing too about all these brushes is they all have the same name. Or like some variation of it, and it's like, okay, I get it, I got it, but I don't know what it is. There we go, okay. Let me change this yellow. I'm just gonna kind of go where this stuff is, I think. Over it a little. And we'll see how that goes. Might not go super well. Yeah, I'm so far happy with the colors. I'm glad that you guys like them too. I think maybe we'll try to keep the highlights, because our lighting source is here, so we probably want to keep stuff kind of on the one side. Maybe. I don't know. Ooh, I'm glad that you like the background. Okay. There are some sections over here too which are kind of like highlighted, so I suppose I could kind of go in there. Maybe a little more on this side. I've seen people do like sort of airbrush on like orange or whatever lighting element color, but I haven't experimented too much with that myself. Getting into the weird ones now. Okay. This isn't bad. I just, well, first I want to free up more layer space so that I can try something just a little different. I'm gonna go to the airbrush and we'll just kind of mess with it for a minute here. Not too totally sure about that. Okay. Let me put it on some different kind of like settings here. That, I like that. I think that looks kind of cool. I don't know that I want all of the glow, so we'll slide it back to normal for a second here, and then I can do some erasing. Actually, I wonder if I could just slide this. I have to be able to duplicate it, so I can, okay. I didn't mess anything up, so we're good. Okay, and then I can take this and put it down here as a clipping mask. And I'll have to erase it a little, but that's not a huge deal. Why is that? Found something I don't like. I'm not sure if it's just from blending or if it's an actual little mistake. Oops, that's too big of a blender. Redo, duplicate, and redo clipping mask. I'm just gonna quickly kind of blend this together. It looked a little sloppy. Actually, I guess that is correct to have it like that. Okay. Just like that. And we'll leave that alone now. Now I can go back to the erasing. Okay. I don't know if you guys saw, but I saw a clip of I don't watch a lot of streamers, so I don't know the name, but the guy who had just become the #1 most subscribed streamer getting a call from his mom live on stream, and it was so cute. It made me cry a little. Like, she was just so excited for him, and I was like, no, that's so sweet. I love when parents support their kids, like especially in unconventional careers. I think I watched like a critical video about it. Okay. There we go. Almost through the erasing. I think we just have a little bit left to do. That section's probably going to be on the hair too, so I'll turn it off up here and make sure that we're just getting the wrist. There are a couple little chunks of missing sleeve and flesh and things, but that's not horrible. I can't be too mad at it. Okay. So that's an exclusion layer. There we go. I'm not sure. This little area doesn't need to be colored on here. Okay. Now we can change these into, I think, I want to say they were on add or overlay. Oh, ooh, that looks kind of cool. The pin light. So now I'm obsessed with pin light layers, and they're really good if you want to draw crystals ever. Okay. We'll probably put it. Add might actually be too bright. We'll test overlay for now, and then I can put it on an add on the hands. Actually, that looks a little weird on her hand. I feel like it kind of discolors hers. I wonder if I could kind of just put it like on the edge of the palm and stuff. Be sort of in here. Okay. Let's take a second and we'll carve out the darkest part of the palm, which is always the center where your hand folds. I say as if I have any confidence about this. Okay, now this part should be in some kind of darkness as well. And I think I want that entire part to be darker, as well as just kind of coming up through here, make a bit of darkness for the palm here, kind of like that. And I think I'll blend a little. Way it's not as harsh. Okay. And then we can kind of force that out a little. Or even kind of like that, maybe. I could just sort of erase a bit like that and then do a little more blending. Just want it to be nice and soft. That looks better. I don't know, sometimes if I just spend like a little more time than maybe I wanted to on something, it kind of makes it look a little nicer. That does not help there. Okay. Does this need more down the wrist at all? No, I don't think that makes it look better. Okay. Now I do just want to mess with this a bit more though. Add still feels just too harsh. Okay. I can see that working, but I just don't like how it's not quite bright enough to me. Okay, I'm gonna merge that. I think that's okay to do because I want to duplicate this. Okay. I wonder if I could just maybe do add, but take it down a bit. Like put it at 50%. Even that, I don't like. It's mostly that I don't like it here. Does that help at all? No, it feels awkward with the like position of like where the light's hitting. I just don't like it. I think that adds some like nice warmth. I can play with it more later. Okay. Now onto this. Okay. One thing I kind of want to mess with is just the layer setting. This might give you a headache, and I'm very sorry. It's kind of interesting, actually, difference. I also really like subtract. This makes it very like sepia toned. Okay. Okay, let's go back to our multiply layer for now. Whenever I change it, I realize that I don't like the multiply layer the most. Because I really like bright saturated colors. It's kind of interesting to add that back in. I bet what I could do is actually just, instead of this, over here, add in some like little pieces of hair. Now we have to find the hair palette again. Where is it? There it is. I'm sure I'll be really annoyed with myself later that I did this, because I'm working on another drawing and I had it the exact perfect brush size for it, and I just changed it. So that'll be super fun. What is going on here? Ah, I see. It's just with the layer setting, this looks a bit awkward. Just gonna try adding like little strands of hair in here that kind of go over the line art a little to make it a bit more like, I don't know, freeform. That's probably the wrong word. Could add. It's a little much, maybe. Small problem that I'm having is my brush doesn't want to pick up. Oh, that's the eraser. Uh-oh. Okay, we'll just keep going. Some of them are, the end of this brush is kind of square, so some of them come out kind of square. That's okay. We'll just kind of scribble in where we want less square. Maybe. I think this brush kind of has a lot of like pressure control, which is good and bad. Let me try that again. I like the hair strands. I don't like the position I've put all of them in. I'll have to do some like minor erasing, maybe. Okay, I don't want any back there, so I think I'll just take those out maybe. Yeah. No, I don't know, I kind of like that. I'll take it out on the one side and it should be okay. Doesn't want to keep the line going, which is a little annoying. Okay, we are so close to done with these little hair strands. I hope, if my brush decides it likes me enough. But truthfully, no promises there. Oh, baby, come on. Okay, I'm gonna unscrew the pen and screw it back together. Oh, you know what it is? The opacity's on 0%. Wow. Jojo came and sat in his little bed. Hey, Jenky! Okay. I think that looks pretty good. Now I'll just take it off assist and go erase some little areas over the hand here. Every time Jenky comes in, I'm like, I have to learn everyone's names. My screen is very far away, so I have some trouble reading it. I need to learn everyone's names, though. All your Twitch names. There we go. I think we've pretty much got it now. I'm gonna try one thing here. That's just kind of playing with the layer settings on this. I actually think there was one that was kind of orange, and that looked kind of cool. There it is. The linear burn. Okay, so it doesn't look as cool as I thought it did. Okay. There we go. I feel like we're pretty close to done. Maybe... Okay, give me 1 second. I'm going to duplicate the canvas. So I'm going to put you guys on a BRB screen super quick here. And we're back. Okay. I guess now at this stage, what I have to do is add in like highlights and other skin highlights. That's what I forgot. So let me get out our glitter brush so I can infuse it. I think I was gonna do a cool toned one, but maybe a slightly warm toned one would be better. Okay, let's go to the luminous brushes and make this smaller. Smaller than that probably. And I'll put it on assist. This is not as gold a hue as I was hoping it would be. So I'm going to take that off, put this back on, and we're just going to go for a bright yellow. If it's a very saturated color like this, it's pretty easy to adjust into like something a little less intrusive. This is probably like too much, but you know, I do really like the glitter brush. And then I'll just kind of take and blend it out. Okay, I might not do that on that side and take assist off because the hand is here, so it's a bit like it should be in shadow, I suppose. But I could potentially put a tiny bit of glitter on the hand. Ear details? You're right. The ears are very undetailed compared to the rest, so I should probably add something in there. Thank you for pointing that out. I'll go in on the line art layer and add in some lines. I don't like that there. Take it out. Okay, let me get this. And then maybe, oops, that's a little big. Try in those corners there. Oops, too big. Okay. I also going to put this back on my assist and just go like that. I should also fill in the mouth with mouth color, because I have not done that yet. And that would be a smart thing to do. Okay, and just underneath the eye then to okay, kind of made it a bit orange, which I like. And we'll just pop that off of our hair here. Okay, and then I'm going to make an effort to, well, first I'm going to go up here because, you know, I like putting eye makeup on my characters. So if I can get it to work, I will totally do it. If I can't, I just won't. Probably needs to be down a bit more. It's probably good. I just need to erase off the hair. Okay. And now we can do a color adjustment. Okay, so not green, but like I'm thinking maybe a little more brightness or something. What color is this? Ah, it's like orange. I don't want it that highly saturated. And I feel like that's not like, kind of like that. Okay, we'll go with that for now, and we can always change it later. That's my philosophy in life, is if I hate it, we can change it. Look at that on an ad layer. Not beautiful. I don't really want to keep it that way. We'll probably just keep it on normal. For now anyway. I can change it later, like I said. Okay, so the ear details. Thankfully, they are kind of mapped out in there with like the blending tool, but they are not. Oh, that's very large. I don't remember what I needed it that big for. Oops, this is not on assist though. So we'll put it on assist. And then I kind of think maybe we'll try to keep it kind of simple. Doesn't look quite right, does it? Still slightly wrong. Sir. Okay, I feel like that's okay. Maybe thicken this line just a teeny bit. But I'm pretty good with that because truthfully, I cannot draw ears. It's another one of those things where I'm like, so we bullshit until it looks okay? Okay, so now I'm not feeling this. I do want some type of highlight, but I almost feel like we could do her highlight in white or blue. Okay, let's try this. And I am gonna put it on an add layer because I have no self-control. If I take this, aha, I found it. I found the color. Come here. Oh, I mean, it's kind of cool, but I can't keep it. Okay, we'll quickly just blend those two areas. I just love shiny stuff. I really do. I know some of you guys have been around for a couple streams, and I think you've probably learned that about me. But if you haven't, I'm telling you now, it's a theme. Okay. Then we'll get this out of the way from right up in here. Okay, and we just need to get that off of the eye there. And we'll blend this junk under here too. I probably shouldn't just leave a bunch of glitter in her tear duct. That seems horrendously painful. But I will leave that little line because when you have, you know, like the pink from your eye or whatever, it does kind of have like a little shine to it. Okay. Or, well, let's see. Okay, that's just there on its own. We're all good. Okay, now we can go over here. So that's too big. And that's also still too big. Jojo's wandering back. Okay. I'm glad I decided to redo this because it's coming out a lot better. I remember, like when I was getting more into like digital art, I would see these Korean artists who did lips, and the way they did lips was just like so amazingly beautiful and fancy, and I was like, I want to do that. I still can't do it quite right, but I've gotten closer to it, so I'm, you know, pretty happy with that. May not need all of these glitter lines, but we'll start strong and go from there. I want that line to be a little stronger, especially right here. Okay. And then I'll push it, maybe I will push it down just a little to give it more dimension. Okay, and just little blending there. I don't know, I feel like adding that just gives the skin so much more like depth to it, so that's why I like to do that. And then I don't really feel like we need to do much more there. I see this little tiny area on the chin that's poking through, being troublesome. So here's what I'm gonna do. Just gonna go in with my blender tool over here and fix it. Okay. The reason for taking off the multiply layer is I thought I might need to use the selection tool, and it will look very different if I keep the multiply layer on. I'm just gonna kind of go around and see if there are any little areas that need fixing, and there are a couple. Okay, that's a problem with the blouse. Okay. Let's see. There are a couple options for what I can do to fix this. I can go to a previous canvas where the layers aren't merged, or I can just kind of fix it by selection tool and like brush, which is not as easy, but it does work. Okay. Just on that a little. And then, oh shit, I put the cuffs on here, didn't I? I did, but I think we'll keep the shirt solid instead of toning it down. Oh, no, the cuffs are somewhere else. We're fine. If I wanted to make it see-through, I could. Probably around like 60%. Just playing with the layer color. The pin light actually works pretty well for that. I was not expecting that. And a luminosity layer also kind of works. Kind of like the pin light. Okay. But I do feel like in most like folk clothing, you have kind of like a strong color. It's not really like any kind of see-through material. Okay. Now we'll just kind of go through and find issues. Okay. This truly might be better to do on a different canvas, and then... Okay, here's what we're doing. We're going back to a previous canvas where everything is unmerged so that I can fix the little spots, and then, well, I'm making a plan. I'm realizing the plan sounds inconvenient. I'm not going through with the plan. Okay, we'll just fix it on here. There. Okay. A little bit of that, and then I cannot erase there. So I have to fix what I messed up. It's like, truthfully also, this does not matter, but I know that if sometimes I get like prints of my work for myself. If I see this in a print where it's like, oh, you should have fixed that, I will be unhappy. So mostly I do this for me so that I don't get annoyed later. Okay. I could probably just blend that there and take our purple from here, put it up there. This is not on an assist, so we're golden. Okay. And then I cannot because it is, there's something going on there. I'm gonna take our background off for a sec and figure out what is going on here. Something here. I don't know what it is. Okay, well, that's just white now, because I couldn't tell you what it is. I suppose I can go onto here and just make our line art a little thicker, and that might take care of it. Yep, that'll take care of it. Over here, I might just do the same thing for that corner. I'm going to get rid of that dot because I don't know how it got there. Oh, well, that's how it got there, because it's on assisted drawing, and it's drawn on both sides. So hopefully we didn't get a weird line from the other line I made. Okay. That's all good. Probably most of this is really just fine. There's a little patch of skin tone here. We can fix that. Okay. Or not. Okay, I think I'm gonna stop. And just add in the highlights and call it good. I can fix little details off stream if necessary. Go in on other layers, and that should be just fine. Okay, let's see, we need a light brush. This one. And potentially this blue, otherwise we'll use like a white. Or we could also use a gold. Using this at a somewhat lowered opacity might give me the color that I want. Should also keep in mind that this is on an add layer. So I might have to see if I can put it maybe on here where this is a normal layer. Okay, I think that color's good. I just need to throw assist on here. Okay. I don't like that. Take assist off. Throw this here, that there, and then put in some little like yellow lights maybe. I don't know, that's still don't like that. Okay. We'll try a blue. I'm just gonna do it on the one eye for now. I kinda like the yellow better. And I feel like maybe not a streak, but a like a dash is gonna work best for these. So then I can just throw it on assist, and we'll be okay. I bring a tiny bit of light in, like right here to the eye. I wonder if that will kind of help draw the attention to the pupil. And then right there. Give me the glitter brush. No, the glitter brush isn't saving me. What is this madness? I mean to say not even the glitter brush can help me? I don't like how that's looking. Here's what I'm gonna do. I cannot copy and paste because it will not work. I'm just going to, this is pretty easy to redo. It's not a problem. Take it, put it on here. This is the glitter brush. Okay. I think that looks better than the other variation. I just want to still do this though. Maybe not quite as long a streak. Just right here in the center. Feels like it's not working. Maybe I could put that on this layer. It's like I like the color variant of the other one better. Let me try going back to our hair color, going back to hair 15. Find it, gotta find it. There it is. Come on, you can totally do this. Okay, that is better. I just need to get it onto both sides. You know, if we could just actually get it to hit. Okay. I think that's okay. It's also in a very easy place to erase if I need to, so I think we're good. I'm just going to erase this tiny bit of glitter that's going over the finger here where it shouldn't be, and then fill in the mouth. Also, there's this bit here, and there's a tiny bit. I'm finding all sorts of new fun things that I need to fix. So fun. Remove the assist here. There we go. Okay. Now, I'll fill in the mouth. Okay. This should hopefully be relatively easy. We can go on to this palette and the Azzy brush. Where are you? There we are. Okay, come on. I'll throw assist back on. Or not. I almost feel like it looks better the other way, but I could probably take a tiny airbrush and just kind of like, if I can make one more layer space. And we decided we're keeping everything at the opacity it is, so we're okay to merge those. So I can mess around with that now. And then under the teeth and right next to the finger, probably. And then I'll just kind of blend a little. And around, I think, here. over here and in the teeth. Maybe a little more blending. And I could put maybe a slightly darker color. I'll try this. This might look awkward. Yeah, it's kind of bright. Okay, that won't work, so we'll go back to here. I'm just gonna mix a new color for us. Okay, and just blend a little more. Okay, and now I'll do just a little bit on the teeth. They are very stark white compared to everything else. So I don't have room for another clipping mask. Yikes. Okay, up here, just like that. And then just the tiniest bit on the edge there. And do the dark purple, and I'll take a like itty bitty blender and kind of scooch them, and I'll also put that dark purple right next to the finger. Looks a little awkward right now, but in a second maybe it won't. Okay, that's better. Now I think we're actually, I say that, but I just want to mess with it. It's my one, okay, actually that's a lie. I have many problems, but it's one of my many problems where it's just like, I just want to mess with it though. I could put a motion blur on this maybe. No. Not on that section. Okay, it's good. It's good like this, right? Okay. I think this is it. I think this is it finished. In 24 hours, if I decide it's bad, I'll pull it back up on stream, and we can do more to it. But very likely, this is our finished piece. We still have like a decent amount of time, and it didn't take as long as I thought to finish this, so I think I am going to hide you guys and oh, thank you, pull up the sketch that I was working on earlier, and maybe we can mess around with that for a little while. Okay, here is BRB screen. Okay. Let me duplicate this. Okay. So for starters, I hate this pose right now. I think it's too similar to the one I had for Himari. And I am not super feeling it. So I'm gonna take that off. I have two vibes. She could be an axe murderer, which would be fun. And I have that collab that I need to do. So apple pie theme, and I'm not sure what kind of a pose would be good for that, but I was kind of thinking like a 80s 90s anime aesthetic for that. Someone has discovered Bobo in the house. So we'll just mess with it. I also don't want to do another, oh, we're on an eraser, and we should be on the Procreate pencil with the blue sketching thing that I always use. I almost just want to do this pose again, but I literally just did it. So it kind of feels like maybe I shouldn't, but also, what if I did? I don't know, sketching's hard. I also feel like it's fun to draw like more animated poses, but I am not great at them. I think also it just takes forever to be like, yeah, this is it, this is the pose. Okay, and little feet. It's not really how that looks in that perspective. I just did a like head, shoulders, like that kind of pose. That's what we just did. It's like I don't want to do that again, but also it's so fun. Okay, let me hide that layer again. Kind of wonder if I could duplicate this and maybe these layers too. Anytime I want to merge stuff, I just duplicate it, because then I don't have to worry about messing it up, or like if I resize it wrong, it's fine, it doesn't matter. I'm just gonna... oh, is that good enough for spooky season? No, I don't know. I want to try and do something for it, but I'm not sure. I think I'll probably at least make an attempt, you know? Draw like some kind of monster, maybe like Monster High fan art would be fun. I'm also going to make this larger. Very big. And then okay, duplicate again. Erase here. Halloween is a weird, fun season though. I don't know. I remember like when Inktober was huge, and that was always kind of fun. But then there was some kind of drama with that. I don't know what happened. The guy who made it was like a bad dude or whatever. Something like that. But I think people still do it, just not calling it Inktober. I don't I don't get it. But mostly because I don't know what happened. And then there's, you know, there's Halloween. Okay, I think I need to, before I attempt, because I want to do like the arms like way up. So I think I need to like try sketching in the body first. There's a little neck. Just said I didn't want to do this pose, and guess what I'm doing? Maybe it's more like, I guess I'm trying to figure out how the pose would go, so I'm attempting to pose myself. Okay, the hands are like way twisted at the wrong angle. Duplicate. Okay. Let me put one here like this. Okay, I'm just gonna pull those down so I can use them later. And then I'll attempt to sketch the rest of the face back in. It's on a different layer, so I don't really have to, but it will help a little. Just don't want to take an eye out. Okay, and now I can take this again, because I just want to remove the hands from one and have only hands on the other. Okay, cool. Got it. Got it good enough now. It's turned into a very OMG pose. That's not horrible or anything, but not exactly what I want. Oops, I gotta take it off duplicate. Okay, let me... Gotta flip. No. Flip vertical? Yeah, okay. The thumb goes by the chin. I should just redraw the hand. I should stop trying to get the hand to work and just redraw it. Okay, so it's pushing up on like the neck and face. Well, now the thumbs are behind them. It depends on what orientation I really want the hand. But the wrist is gonna be kind of jutting out, I think. And that's gonna be the palm. And then because of that, I need to actually elevate this. Okay. Take this off, assist really quick. The shoulder should just be going into the thing. It'd probably be very helpful for everyone if I was drawing with like a reference pose, but I don't really draw that way. So my apologies. Probably why my art is kind of wonky, but hey. Oh, that looks funky. Okay. So, thumb back, fingers forward. I might need a reference for the hands though. Will kind of depend. Right, for now I'm just going to scribble them in. Okay. They probably just need to be shorter. Okay. And then I need to take out the neck, wherever the heck I put that. There it is. Okay. Now I don't know how the hell this body works. Okay, probably because there's gonna be arm going up into there. Okay, we're doing a very similar pose to last time, just more hands. Okay. Let me... Okay, I get to play around now with like hair and outfit and like a little bit body type, so let's see if I can turn this into what I need for that collab, or if we're going off the rails and doing something else. It'll be kind of fun maybe for you guys to see me finally draw a different character. Okay, I'm going to do a different layer for the back hair. I'm on an eraser. Kind of want to do like some long strands coming down so that it looks like maybe an apple peel. Okay, and then I'm kind of thinking like a cute, like Lolita-y, sort of like bakery outfit. Like lots of ruffles and stuff. So that I can hate myself later when I go to do like line art and stuff. Not sure how I feel about that. That looks very like kindergartner. Okay. Well, we'll run with it and see if it, if I can get it to come together. I'm gonna draw like some little apples and stuff on here. Maybe like an apron in the middle or something. So that this little like middle piece makes sense. I could do, oops. We'll take the assist off for a second. I don't want to do like a, not like a, but like it's like lattice work or something, I don't know. It might be too much to bring it up. I don't know about this. I like the hair, I just don't like the outfit. Maybe we could do something else. Okay, let's... If we just completely change the vibe. Do like large kind of diagonal stripes there, and then maybe, I don't know. Somehow it also reminds me of like Hi Hi Puffy Yumi Show. Like that kind of vibe. I watched that a lot growing up. It was very fun. I don't remember a ton about it, but I remember always liking it. And these can be like red and green slices. That'd be cool. I don't know that I like those on the boots, but I might just keep them because they can kind of look like, you know, when you cut the apples to look like the little rabbits. Okay. And I'll do like some little like leaf hair clips or something, which can be like, you know, the little shapes you have on like the top of some pies or something. see like actual apples in the hair. A couple little more leaves. Okay, well that really, it went faster than I thought it would. But we should clean up the hands because they're gonna be really not fun to navigate if I leave them this sloppy. So what I'll do is I'll find the hand layer. Here it is. And I'm going to put it down. And then I'm gonna find, I don't know that I truly want to outline this in black, but for now, that's what we'll keep it at. I have to wonder if she'd have her little thumb poking out back there. Probably not. Well, this probably needs a slightly larger brush. Maybe not that big. This is just to help me figure out if this is acceptable. I can figure out the line art for the hands, or I need to keep going, keep working at it. The Apple Pencil, it does not like me today. Okay, I think keeping that kind of raised up is fine. We just need to be able to navigate the finger lengths, which I think I've made them too long. And then we will actually need to add in that thumb if this is how I have it. Let me take off the hands. Okay, it's not horrible. I think it's workable. So we can probably work with this. Well, no, not those. So I'm going to duplicate the canvas really quick. There we go. Okay, and back to our live one. Okay, now these I'm just gonna take off what we don't need. Okay, and then I'll merge everything except for the hands because there's a chance we might need to redo them. And then we'll lower to 50 on each of these. And I think I'll do like the bare minimum start on this today. And then we'll either continue it tomorrow or this might be an off-stream piece, who knows? Kind of depends on how fast I can work on it. least make an attempt. I feel like I usually give you guys like 2 weird random OC pieces and then 1 fan art. I also need to draw a man on stream, so maybe some One Piece fan art coming up. Maybe I'll draw a Doflamingo on stream. Wonder if I could put a little eyelash in there. Okay. I usually end up redrawing the eyes after I first line them. But I also usually don't draw like such cartoony eyes for our stream pieces. Usually they're very like, I feel like the trope is like the like lesbian that everyone's into. Like that's the kind of eye that I strive for. Okay. Let's hide that for a sec. Looks okay. And then we can okay. Now, okay, I will also throw on this layer the actual like eyes. I messed up really bad there, and that's not gonna work. So I'll just go in with a little eraser. Okay. That's something. I think throwing the hair in will help. Okay. I just don't want to do those hands. I absolutely do not. I want to make this a bit more square than my other drawings. I usually try to make everything like pretty nice and sharp, but I think I want to do a bit more rounded. Okay, and then we'll do a little up here. right up into here. Okay. And then this is, I think I want to make it kind of curl in here. Honestly, it's kind of like a bowl cut, isn't it? The height of fashion. Just throw a bowl on your head and go at it. I was watching like part of E.T. last night with my dad because he just turns on like weird trashy stuff at like 1 in the morning, and they had some of like the runway shows on, and my dad and I decided that we're fashion experts now, so that was very entertaining. I didn't know he had so many opinions about fashion. I knew I had a lot of opinions, but my dad has some opinions about fashion. And truthfully, I don't disagree with a lot of them. It was a lot of like, wow, that's an ugly coat. I am very interested though in like couture and runway, because like some of it's so cool, like especially like a lot of the stuff from like the 90s is really pretty. Like the shiny fabrics and stuff. Like give me all of that, please. I maybe shouldn't put like all of these lines in here. I also was like, I should keep this square, and then I'm putting these like pin lines in here. Wow. No, that's fine. Okay. I think we'll probably just hit the back hair. Maybe these little leaf pins. I want to get a decent amount done, but I also want to not do the hands, so I don't want to do anything that like interferes with the hands. I know the hands are going to take a really long time, and once I get started on them, it's going to be really inconvenient to stop. So I just kind of want to not put myself in a position where I'm like stuck. Not that I feel stuck on stream, but I get tired. I don't like that leaf at all. It's not following the leaf that I drew, and that's the issue. Maybe follow my lines. It's probably okay. Let me erase a little. Okay, there we go. I think maybe we have it. Our little apple. Ooh, that sounds really difficult. Cobwebs are kind of cool. What are they like? They kind of are like a little angry angry guy, right? And then you draw some connector lines. I don't know, ooh, that is tough. Yeah. I guess you'd kind of have to look up a little, like, pattern. Really stare at him for a while. Okay, now we can do the back hair. Cobwebs are really pretty though. They do kind of look like cotton candy. You know, I never thought about that like different spiders have different kind of like webs, but yeah. That's neat. Spiders are cool. I like them, but I don't like them in my house. I played a game called Deathmark with my sister, and I think it's the second game. It might be the first game. Has like there's a yokai that is a spider woman, and it's a really strange one. It haunts like brothels and stuff. And there's a section of the game like based off of that, and it was so spooky. There were many cobwebs, and I didn't like it. Like I liked the game, I just didn't like that. I love Deathmark though. And I'm very excited for the third game, whenever it finally comes out after all the problems they've had. Okay, we're getting close. Just a couple more little like hairlines in here. Okay. I was like, did I put assist on? Hi! Ooh, in Devil May Cry there was a spider boss. That sounds spooky. I've not played Devil May Cry, but it looks fun. I also just straight up don't play a lot of video games. I like to sit and watch someone play video games because I get super frustrated. I'm just like, ah! Why would you make me do something hard in a game that's supposed to be a fun pastime? So I'll make someone else do all the frustrating parts. Okay. Lines. Okay. I am going to put this line here, even though there is hair, or hand, but we'll just note that it doesn't really need to be there. You know what? Okay, I feel that though. It's like, let me just, I don't, It's hard, right? You don't want to do it. And then, like, skipping around, you miss stuff, and it's like, you know what, that's why I like Let's Plays, actually, is because someone else is doing it. Like, I watched, Jacksepticeye play The Quarry, because Quarry? I would never play that game myself. I'd mess up all the QTs, and then I'd be sad. Okay. Getting there. Visual novels are fun, but sometimes the puzzles in visual, well, it depends on the visual novel, I guess. Like, I was really into the Zero Escape series and still am, and that one has puzzles that were hard. But if you play, like, you know, one that isn't as rough in the puzzle territory, and they're pretty easy, fun walk in the park. Also, you know, it could just be like, I'm stupid. Okay. This kind of is starting to look like bacon. Oh no. You know what though, I do that too sometimes. Where it's just like, I don't want to hear what you're saying. But, like, sometimes you just don't want to read, man. That's why I like, that a lot of games are voiced. Spam attack, yeah. Like this section of hair. Okay. I think maybe that's okay. I don't know. We'll take off the line art and check. For the sketch and check. It's workable. I can do something with it. Okay. Do I want to try for body? I worry that if we do that, it's gonna start affecting our arms. And I'm like, I don't want to do the arms today. What little details could I do without doing the arms? Okay. Alright, well, I think I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna put you guys on my end screen. Yes, this one. Okay. Sorry, I know you like just got here. But I will be back again tomorrow if you are interested. So yeah, back again, daily streams at like 4 p.m. CST usually, and I will see anyone who wants to come back whenever, and there's also for those of you who don't know because it's not up there, the archive channel on YouTube, Just a Peach Archive, for any streams that aren't available on Twitch that you want to go watch. And thanks for coming in. I appreciate you guys, and I will see you another time. Bye!